What's good, y'all? My name is Michelangelo Parker. I'm a model. I do runway and print. This fucker right here. And a couple days ago, I uploaded a video and got some pretty sweet comments. Like, for example, this one.
We can't make this up. We have a model telling us you need to truly be confident, bro. As if being truly confident ever made a difference between him getting a modeling gig and not his looks. Remarkable. Not even Jesus could save you from this level of copium.
Respectfully. Respectfully, bro. Respectfully. Respectfully, bro. What's up with y'all pessimistic black pill niggas using the word cope? Like, what is that? What is that? Like, for me, when I was in therapy, coping was just something that you did to get over whatever you're feeling. You niggas are the ones who feel like y'all ain't worth anything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are the ones who feel like it is completely pointless in trying to glow up. That's not me. I'm not coping with anything. What do I need to cope for? If anything, you guys are coping because you're holding on to this idea that you'll never be great, so you might as well not try. So that way you can convince yourself that you being hopeless is an excuse for you to be lazy and not do what you need to do to improve yourself. And obviously I don't agree with that. Next, we got cool ass Fred who said, Ling Ling got a lot to offer. For show. Get it poppin'. Let's get Ling Ling. I have no idea what that means. I'm afraid to look it up. Yeah, I can't find anything about it. But Fred did mention my CPU. So hopefully this setup works a lot better. I literally went and bought a brand new computer just for this purpose. All because of cool ass Fred's comment. So shouts out to Fred. Maybe you are cool. And I'm not joking. I actually bought a computer because of this comment. I also want to throw in some positive comments like the one from Kid Kane. He said, on gosh, great video. Some dudes really just don't want to improve. It's tragic. And LM Black Official said, great video. Thank both of you guys. Like, yeah, bro, I don't know what it is. They really don't want to improve. And I understand it can be kind of hard because for me, my second time glowing up was extremely hard. The first time that I glowed up was really easy because I really wanted it. The second time, it was a lot less easy, but I still got it done, and I was determined to make it happen. I don't know why a lot of guys don't want to put the work in, but they want to complain about not having the results. It's kind of like they go hand in hand. I mean, to me, that's common sense. I don't know what the disconnect is with some of us guys that make us want to just have the result and not put the work in. Maybe it has something to do with like this whole microwave culture of just being able to have whatever you want, whenever you want. If you don't want to be an ordinary guy, you got to do extraordinary things. So, I mean, whatever you want to do, dude. And then another positive comment from Smart Curry. Nah, facts. I'm 5'6". I got a friend that's the same height as me in the friend group, but because he's not as confident as me, I don't get roasted for my height. But he does. Like, literally everyone forgets how tall I am until I tell them, and they'll still forget 2 minutes later. Mind you, me and him are the shortest guys in the friend group. This is facts. This is why I don't understand why guys get so caught up in height. Because I would assume that, like, most guys have friend groups that they hang out with in person. Especially like if you're in high school. I remember when I was in high school, I had a huge friend group, and I didn't realize until college that one of those guys was like 5 foot tall. And it never even crossed my mind. Like, I never even thought about the fact that the dude was that much shorter than everybody else, because it doesn't matter. And that guy had a lot of girls that loved him, and he had a lot of friends. Actually, right now, I think he's one of the only guys in the group who is settling down and is in a happy relationship. Height's only an issue if you make it one, dude. And then we got Wishes who says, nothing he said was wrong, LOL. You just didn't like how he said it. Why are you people in the comments really believing what a literal male model is telling you? Of course he says just be yourself. Keep improving. Still love the reaction. You definitely need to react to more black pill content. You will wake up soon, LOL. Look, man, just because I model doesn't mean that I don't understand the struggle. You know what? I understand what the issue is. I understand what the disconnect is. You guys haven't seen the before and after. So by the end of the video, I will show you guys a before and after of my first glow up. And Wishes also, For sure, I might actually check out some more black pill content. If you can find some stuff that you think that could actually change my mind about the topic, then send it my way. I would love to check it out and tell you what I think about it. I hope you didn't take the way that I read your comment in a fucked up way. I'm just playing. And then unknown individual replied to wishes and said, like the famous philosopher once said, "Don't get up." I don't know what he meant. I don't know what he meant by this comment when he said, like the famous philosopher once said, "Don't get up." The way I'm reading it is, okay, don't get up. If you're gonna complain about it, then cool, stay down. Ronaldo says, how the do you improve your social skills though? And like my boy Chandler says, go be social. If you want to talk to women, talk to them and learn how to take rejection. If you want to network, place yourself in situations to do so. It requires work. If you're not going to put that work in, you're not going to be more social. Be blessed. You cannot expect to be good at social situations when all you do is watch Fortnite videos and Roblox videos or black pill content. If you actually went out and touched grass and met people, you would likely figure out how to be social. You just got to put yourself out there. You got to put yourself in social situations. Shouts out to Chandler. I couldn't have said it better myself. And then we got my guy, unknown individual, back again. This one's a long boy.
Let me actually engage you so it doesn't sound like I'm triggered. You can talk about all the aura, girlfriends you've dated while being short, etc. But the statistics speak otherwise, my brother. The statistics say 48.9% of women prefer dating taller men.
That is almost 50%. Like, it's not like you said 70, it's not like you said 80, 90. Bro, you said 48.9. Basically only 1% of, basically only 1% more women like taller guys. And I'm not going to sit here and lie. I understand that. If you're taller, bro, you got a better chance. I don't think that I've ever even denied that in my original video. Of course, being tall is like a superpower. If you get that, odds are that you're going to have it much easier than a guy who is short. My point is just don't let it stop you. That's the only point that I'm making. Don't let it stop you. Don't let your height be the thing that makes you say, well, no matter what I do, I can never be good enough for women. No, that's the wrong attitude to take. It means that some guys have an advantage, but you have an advantage too. You're probably just not giving it the same power that you're giving to height. So, for example, right, there could be a guy who's 7 foot tall, right? He's 7 foot tall, but he's bald headed. Okay, he's tall and he has no hair. You have a full head of hair. Right? This guy could be 6'5" with no teeth in his mouth. And you might have a nice smile. He's 6'1" and he has one eye. No offense to like Fetty Wap or Pashy the Pirate. The point is, everybody has a strength. Are you going to play your strength? You have been dealt a hand. Of course, if we're playing Uno and I have 7 draw 4 cards in my hand and you have something else, then of course I have an advantage, right? But if you play your cards right, you could beat me. I don't understand why you guys get so caught up on height. That's the only point that I'm making, man. Plastic surgery to improve aesthetics has increased 11.2% from 2022 when it comes to men, which shows that more people realize how much being physically attractive has more tangible benefits than having aura. I don't even think that that's the case. I don't think that that's what those statistics say. That just means that men are getting more plastic surgery. You could say that means that men have more money now than they did before 2022. Those statistics can say a lot of things, and you can't just assume that it's that people are beginning to realize this. Maybe people just didn't have the money for it before 2022. Maybe those plastic surgeries are not where you think they are. Maybe those plastic surgeries are to get rid of some weird birthmark or birth defect or mole or some shit. Maybe those plastic surgeries are, or maybe those plastic surgeries are, maybe those plastic surgeries are people transitioning genders. I don't understand how that correlates. I don't understand how you can make that type of assumption. Even if it is the case, that just because people are getting those surgeries doesn't mean that those are things that women like. I happen to work in an industry where people get a lot of plastic surgeries. I have thought about getting certain plastic surgeries done to myself, and every girl that I've ever talked to about it, they all say, don't do that. You're going to mess your face up. It's going to be ugly. Nobody wants to do it with plastic surgery. I don't know if that's the case, and I'm not necessarily agreeing. I'm just saying what I've been told.
ESA World of Study shows that people who are attractive earn 15% more than their plainer colleagues.
You got a point. That's likely absolutely true. But that just goes to my point even more. Yeah, if you're an attractive guy, you are going to get benefits. If you're an attractive guy, it is absolutely going to benefit you. It's up to you if you're going to put that work in to become the attractive guy, though. That's not just something that falls in your lap. You have to work to be an attractive guy. You have to work to be an attractive guy. You got to keep yourself up.
And then he says, I could keep going if you want me to, but I don't want this comment to be too long. You coming here and strawmanning Jacked and Stack's argument and discrediting him as a person isn't doing you any favors. Yeah, you disagree with him, but giving baseless statements and anecdotal evidence isn't proving anything. Your whole video hinges on the idea that people share the same life experiences as you, which will make them automatically agree with you based on that. Next time, please bring statistics and studies to prove your points.
Dude, I used to run debates back in the day. This is not a debate, dude. I'm not going to debate anybody. I'm not about to pull up statistics. Statistics ruin stuff. As we've seen, your statistics that you just showed me could mean literally anything. But we all have shared experiences. We all can go out and look. Statistics is just another person giving their anecdotal experiences. They went out and asked a couple people something and then wrote it down. That's still anecdotal. That is a whole nother person. That is another person asking people that they picked to give out their anecdotal experiences, and then you're going to base your facts off of that? How about you just use your eyes? Why not just believe what you see rather than what some other guy's telling you on the internet? Even me. Like, don't just go based off of what some guy on the internet says. That goes for Jacked and Stacked. That goes for these statistic niggas, and that goes for me. So, homework assignment. Once this video is over, you can go do two things, right? You can go and listen to Jacked and Stacked and the statistic niggas, right? And then try it their way, where it's like, oh, well, you'll never be anything because you're ugly. So just don't even try. All right? So you can go that way, or you can try it my way, where I'm saying, hey, work out, take care of your skin, take care of your hair, dress nice, and improve your social skills. Try both and see which one has a more positive outcome for you.
And user J says, that's a model, ha 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 ha.
Hey man, I don't get it either. I just signed the contract.
And then Kells Kelly with the clap back. You definitely not one. With your ugly. Chandler says, men just have to learn how to be themselves and be confident about that. Stop trying to attract what's not for you and gravitate to what's for you. I always say I like who likes me. If you don't, I'm okay with that. No matter who you are. Saves a lot of time.
Yeah, I guess. But bro, it's still kind of giving off the vibe of you don't gotta try. And I mean, yeah, if that's what you want to do, if you're cool with that lifestyle, but I mean, it doesn't sound like you complaining about it. So if you're not complaining about it, cool. But don't be complaining about it if you're not going to put the work in. And then like I promised, I'm going to wrap it up with my before and after pictures so that you guys can see my first glow up, so that you can see that no, just because I'm a model doesn't mean that I was always just that nigga.
All right, so here's the pic. So this is how I looked all throughout middle school. I remember how bad it was. In this picture, you can't really see the acne, but I had bad acne. I had braces. I had glasses. My lineup kind of fresh, but had the holes in my shirts. You see the collar popped all up, all weird, wrinkles, shark tooth necklace. It was rough times. Poverty, bullying, a lot of stuff going on. I would even say that me being bullied the way that I was really helped me a lot and made me into successful, attractive guy. Now I'm pretty appreciative of everything that happened to me because it bullied a lot of the softness out of me. I don't know, maybe you guys didn't have to swallow this pill at a young age, but now you guys are, and it's bothering you, and you guys are coping with this black pill thing. But like I said in the last video, I just want you guys to be motivated to be the best versions of yourself. If I can have an impact on any of you guys, I hope that impact is motivation to be the best version of yourself, rather than telling you guys that things are going to get better if you just continue to sit there and not improve. You should improve yourself to the fullest extent. Why wouldn't you? I mean, honestly, really, really lucky that you were born in the first place, born as a human in the second place,
and born as a human during this time period, it's insane, dude. You literally won the lottery. There's never been a better time to be a human ever. You just happen to be born out of trillions and trillions of sperm. You were born as a human. You could have been a tree, dude. You could have got chopped down. You could have been a cockroach and got squished. You were born as a human, dude. And you were born at the greatest time to be alive. Don't squander that opportunity, bro. You won the lottery. So now make the most out of it. And also, I would encourage you to click this video right here that YouTube thinks that you would really like. I think you'd like it too. See if we're right.